Hi guys, welcome to the channel. I've got a lot to talk about and a lot to show you. I've been making loads and loads of changes in the garden and making some plans. We're now in April, so this is time right now to start getting yourself organized and getting majority of your seeds in the ground. I said to you before, guys, this year is not for messing about, and I'm not taking any chances with anything that's currently happening. They've been telling us about the shortages for one reason or the other, but this is not all about that. This is all about your family resilience and making sure that we can consume healthy foods that we can grow outside in the gardens. So first of all, I do apologize for the light in here because, again, light is behind me and I'm really dark. But I wanted to show you first of all the situation what I have inside of the greenhouse here indoors, and then we're going to be going outside. It is rather windy out there, but I show you some changes in the greenhouse, show you some changes in the garden as well, and I find some very interesting websites for the seed selling. They do sell seeds at rather good price. And I found some interesting seeds as well. So let me turn the camera around and I show you what we've got here first. So I'm going to be starting with my tomatoes. So they are the biggest ones, okay? They're healthy looking. They're not being on the floor all the time. It's the time to start getting them hardened off in the greenhouse. But it is absolute nightmare in there right now. So this is my gigantic tomatoes. So they're a little bit smaller. I've got some bush tomatoes in there. And then I've got a whole variety of tomatoes in here. You can see they all healthy looking. Right, there's some more in here, and then I've got some odd varieties in here. They do need to go outside or in the greenhouse to be potted on very soon, if actually, in fact, a little bit too late for some. So, right, so this is my cucumbers there, and my peppers and chili peppers. Chili peppers doing far better than the normal peppers. I think they're a little bit too small for the time, but they are looking okay. So this is now my cucumbers. So they're looking all nice and healthy. Time to be potted on very soon. See, last year, if you remember, I've grown 3 or 4 cucumbers in my kitchen up the trellis, and it worked really well. So I might do the same with those. But to me, they are healthy looking cucumbers. This is the not backup, but what I was left, I left in the tray because I just ran out of space to put them. And I've got another lot of my cherry tomatoes. This is bush, I can't remember which bush one. I think it's a yellow bush tomatoes. So, and I've got another box or 2 boxes of the tomatoes upstairs, but they are pretty much in a similar space or similar size, shall I say. So right now, let's go outside and I'll show you some changes in the garden. So we're going to start with my ugly corner. So, right, okay, we had some problem with a mouse getting in and making home in my hot composter. It's eaten through the door, so we have to barricade that. Right, nonetheless, so I have a red currant bush that's been moved over to get a little bit more sun, and I've tidied up those beds. So here we have this Australian tree cabbage. Right, I did tell you guys I'm not growing anything, but because it's already here, I have to make sure I'll be covering this up. I've got some rocket here and some new rocket planted there. And then I've got some broad beans that went in the ground here. So I have to give them the support. Everything else, they'll be done very soon. We can see the spring is truly here. Right, so this is my gooseberry bush. Loads of berries going on. This is the black currant, and we've got the red currants in the corner over there. So, right, this is my broad bean beds. So you can see they're a little bit too small. My goodness, excuse the noise. But I've got the little loops on the top, and I'll put some string around them afterwards. And there's another bed in here. Right, so far they're all about the same size. Look. So I see I have a problem with birds. They come in and they'll dig stuff out, and it's ridiculous. They're absolutely everywhere. Everybody's building a nest around. So, right, here I have a strawberry bed. They need to be picked up. So if I go on this side, so more strawberries, and I've got 2 more strawberry pots in here. Right, here we have, well, what looks like a bare soil, but we have potatoes in here. That's not a potato, which haven't came through yet. I've got a row of carrots. They're rainbow carrots, which looks like I only have calendula and what looks like a sunflower. I don't see any carrots as yet. And the same thing, I've got the spring onions there, which I have a random pea and some more God knows what. This is not doing that great yet. So if we go here, right, so I've put two little greenhouses things here. So I've got some more rocket, and I've got my sage in here. Got wild strawberries on the edge, and I've got some coriander. Oh, excuse me, coriander that's growing there, and some parsley that's just about coming through here now. Voila, this is my biggest, well, one of the biggest changes I've done so far. So I've basically sorted out the beds, and I've got now the arches. So the idea, I'm going to put extra bamboo canes between the arches there, and I'm going to put the netting all the way over. So basically I'm going to be growing runner beans, French beans up the arch. The way the light goes, they should be absolutely fine. I'm going to have peas going along the back side, and I've got a row of carrots currently here, and random carrots going on over there. So that now, see that little thing? I've covered my strawberries with that. I've done it last year, just to give them a bit of a head start. And they're looking okay. They're looking rather healthy. So if we have a look in here, beds and pots. Right, I told you that last time I sowed radishes. You can see they're coming out nicely here. We've got some chives, that's doing okay. I've got pot of peas, 2 pots of peas. That is second sowed because birds been digging them out. Here we have some spinach, 2 lots of spinach actually. Let's have a look. Yeah, spinach there, and I've got some more rocket growing over there. So coming out to show you on this side, I've got some extra pots ready for whatever will be going this way. Pots will be all the way next to that bed, but it gives you a better idea, okay, of the arches here. Right, here I have those pots. You might remember I grew strawberries last year. They didn't do that good in here because they get shaded. So now Mr. Daniel made me one of those things, put the wheels on it. I'm going to put the pots on there so I can twist them so they get the sunlight all the time. So that's my next thing. So, right, look at that mess. Right, some tomatoes getting mellowed. Right, okay, this is the organized chaos. So I have lettuce here. I have peas again, which I show you. I bought a different brand. You may remember my little radishes here. Radishes I planted up on the video. Just about come through, look. So spinach, rocket and parsley. I've decided to attempt leeks again. So they are okay. I've got some more tomatoes in there. Some more salad. I've got some more leeks in the pots that are doing okay. Onions, I thought attempt, but nothing again. We've got purple sprouting broccoli that I've been told that I should try again. So there we are. This is the garlic, looks like it's dying. Right, I've got more lettuce here, a chard. I've got some beetroot and some more tomatoes that are basically hardening off in here. So on this side, I have some more spinach. I've got coriander, 2 pots of fennel. I've got some baby carrots. They're like a little bowls of carrots for children. And then I've got some more lettuce of some kind. Courgettes, that's doing nothing. Chives. Ooh, look at me through that. And I've got some sprouts, apparently. Mizuna, mustard, and the lettuce pot. Right, now let's go to the second greenhouse, first of all. Oh, actually. Peas. Problem. Again, I'm really bad this year again. I bought some fresh seeds, which I will show you. First batch of runner beans. It's not living outside, it's just came out here for a minute. Got some more broad beans, and some rubbish. But now, ready? Voila! Do you remember I was contemplating on having those beds, raised beds in the greenhouse, and I decided to do it. They're not overly deep, but it's I think it's enough. It's going to give me throughout the year covered space to grow, which I think is brilliant. They're out sunny. I'll put the link in the description. So now we have some tomatoes that are, again, getting hardened off in here. They're going to stay here now because I've got like another 50 of this kind. Bush ones, grow them every year. They're okay there. Lettuce, this lettuce will be going outside. Like I have this growing on our gazebo a bit later on. Some more lettuce, cut and come again lettuce, some more tomatoes and some more lettuce. Here I have beetroot. I've got long beetroot. I've got some runner beans that are just about coming up. I've got some parsley that's not a parsley. More coriander. I've got chard, I believe. No. Do you know? I don't know what this is. I think it's either beetroot of some kind or something else. More beetroot, and I've got the lettuces here with, guess what? More beetroot. And on this side, I have radishes successfully planted. I've got the spinach, and I've got some more red lettuce that didn't come up as yet. So there we are, guys. This is hopefully gives you a brief update so you can compare your plants to my plants. I know people like to do this. But genuinely, as I said earlier, the whole idea of this year is to make sure we have food on the table. A lot of happening, a lot of predicted to happen, with things escalating. It is very difficult to know what's going to be happening pretty much all over the world. So I think growing is essential. If you've got the space, be it in the balcony or the windowsill, it is absolutely, absolutely essential. See, how I'm changing things this year is I always find myself, and I think a lot of gardeners fall into that kind of thing, is when we seed or plant certain things, we fill up garden and then that's it. We watch it grow and then it comes to an end. See, my aim this year is to make a consistent sowings, all right? I've tried this before, but I failed because, not say lack of enthusiasm, I just don't know, it just hasn't happened for majority of the things. But the whole idea is to make sure that none of the beds are empty at any stage. So basically meaning whilst the stuff is growing somewhere in the beds, there is the ability to have something else already planted to go in its place. And I think it takes a lot of planning. It takes a lot of understanding how long the things take to grow, and anything else that's included the space that they take. But I think it's very important. I think it's one of the most important things we could probably learn as gardeners is to make sure that we can successionally sow our fruits and vegetables, whatever they were growing. Give you a good example of the crops that were sowed not last week, 2 weeks ago. I think I've done the video, talked about the beetroot and the rocket and the spinach. They'll be ready as quick as like 4 or 5 weeks. So that means whilst they are growing, and I'll harvest this and say, over the 2 or 3 days when we're eating them, I'm going to have another batch, like you've seen outside, growing, that's been sowed, say, a week later. And then we've got some that's just going in the greenhouse, for example. They'll be ready again later on. Is to remembering to do this all the time, to make sure you have a continuous harvest. Because otherwise what happens, if I just fill my bed with the radish, when they're ready, you harvest them all, and then what? We'll have wasted space. So this is something I'm going to be working on this year, just to make sure I have food. Like too much, I don't mind. If it's too much seeds growing in there, I can always compost stuff or give them away if needed. The worst case is not having enough. Okay, so having my arches now in place, that'll give me a huge space of extra tall growing space. As I said, because I'm not doing sort of certain things that I did last time, I just want to concentrate on the things that could be sort of yield a lot of food. And say with the beans, we know we can eat them fresh and we can have them obviously when they're dried. And I'm doing different varieties of beans as well, which I'll cover probably on a different video. But what I wanted to show you is I found some companies, right, that do the seeds online. Not your average sort of company. They, I think, slightly smaller companies, but they do the seeds like a wholesale prices. You buy them basically a more of a bulk buying. So one of the companies I found is called Yorkshire Seeds, right? So obviously based in Yorkshire, looks like a small company. The little seeds come in the little packets like this. But for example, I've got here a mustard, red giant, oriental. We've got 3,000 seeds. And a lot of their seeds are only £1.59. And you'll find, or I found, that there is quite a bit more of the seeds per what you've got in the packet. So if you are successionally sow stuff or want to do that, the best way is to buy yourself sort of a bundle of, wholesale seeds. And then also, you've seen the company, you would have heard, I'm sure, called Just Seed. Right, again, I put the link on, I ordered this from Amazon, I think. Basically, they do, again, seeds wholesale. So this one, I have a specific pea called P. Carabai de Musen, whatever you pronounce it. Basically, this is 1,000 pea seeds. It might sound like a lot, but I lost some because of the birds dug them out and some are rotted away. So it's cheaper for me to buy a bigger pack, right, and then keep sowing them over the time, and then it just works out to be cheaper. And I've bought another one, which is I think 1,200 seeds from them as well, and I think it was only like 6 quid or something like that. But basically it works out to be quite a bit cheaper. So as I said, I'll put the links down in the description for the beds, and everything else is there. But generally, yes guys, this is the plan. This is the really important plan to me, to make sure that this year as productive as it could be. We don't know what the weather's going to be like, but we've got to sort of button up the hatches and just do what we've got to do. So my aim is plant, seed. And of course, guys, I'll be sharing with you my progress, how things are going, to so we can maybe learn from each other as well. Of course, I don't know everything. I've got a lot to learn still. Even after growing things for over 20 years, I still got a lot to learn. But I've got like over 100 of tomatoes of plants, which is going to be, again, planted in the greenhouse, outside, undercover, with bags or whatever I'm going to put up there. But as I said, everything will be documented so you guys can just see and follow the journey as well. So anyway, guys, I do hope you have found this video helpful or enjoyed this. Don't forget, thumbs up, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Should see you in the next video. Bye bye.